Every woman in her family died at 27, not in tragic accidents, not from illness, just suddenly, quietly, unexplained. Her mother, Lily, died in her sleep. Her aunt, Sarah, collapsed while cooking dinner. Her grandmother, Evelyn, walked into the woods one morning and never returned. No answers, no warnings. Just an age, 27, a number that haunted generations. She was only a child when she asked her father, "Why don't we have any pictures of Mommy after 27? He paused, looked away, and whispered, "Because she never made it that far." As the years passed, that number became a ticking clock. Every birthday after 20 felt heavier. By 25, she started waking up at night, drenched in sweat. By 26, she kept her lights on while sleeping. And when she turned 27, she held her breath all day. But it wasn't until the next morning that everything changed. She walked into the bathroom, and in the steam on her mirror, written with a fingertip, "You're next." She screamed, called her roommate, but by the time they arrived, it was gone. At first she thought it was a prank, or maybe stress, maybe trauma, maybe her mind was playing tricks on her. But then the phone calls began. Every night at 3 a.m., her phone would ring, always from a blocked number, always silent. Sometimes she'd hear breathing, other times, faint music, a lullaby, one her mother used to sing. She started dreaming of a woman in white, her mother, standing at the end of her bed, whispering, "Don't run, break it." Each morning she woke up with tears. One night, she recorded her sleep. At exactly 3:27 a.m., a voice whispered in the recording, "Evelyn, Lily, Sarah, and now, you." She didn't know what was happening, but she knew one thing. This was no coincidence. She began researching her family, old photos, birth records, obituaries. Every woman in her bloodline had died at 27, all from unknown causes. Except one, a woman from 1897. Her name was Margaret Vexley, the first in the bloodline, and she died at 93. Margaret, the only one who lived, and strangely, the only one ever accused of witchcraft. What did she know? What had she done? She traveled to Margaret's village, a quiet, forgotten town hidden in the Appalachian Hills. There, in the dusty corners of a tiny museum, she found it. A journal. Faded, fragile, but real. Margaret had written it in 1899. It spoke of a pact made out of desperation. She had lost her child to illness.
It gave her more children. It gave her prosperity. But it asked one thing in return. Every firstborn daughter shall return to the shadows at 27, unless one breaks the silence. The curse wasn't random. It was inherited. And silence was its oxygen. The more they ignored it, the more it thrived. She knew what she had to do. She had to speak it, face it, break it. On the 27th night of her life, she stood in her room, surrounded by candles, clutching Margaret's journal, and said out loud, "I know your name, I know your terms, but this ends with me." And the room fell dead silent. No creaks, no wind, no sound, just her breath. And then, nothing. No phone call, no dream, no mirror message. Weeks passed, then months. She turned 28. For the first time, a woman in her family saw her 28th birthday, and then 29, and then 30. She broke the pattern, not with spells, not with magic, but by speaking the truth, the one they all were too scared to say.
She now wears a necklace with 4 stones, one for each woman before her: Evelyn, Lily, Sarah, Margaret. She lives not in fear, but in legacy, because curses only hold power when passed down in silence, and the moment you speak them, they begin to crumble. So next time you feel a shadow behind you, a weight in your chest, a name you've never heard but somehow know, listen. Sometimes surviving is the loudest scream, and sometimes living is how you break a curse.